yards and have them kick off again, so they'll do that instead.
Well, you'd think 35, that's pretty good field position to start the game, but I guess you never know.
We were talking about that in the game this afternoon because there was a couple of those that were run out of bounds, and I said, they got to make that penalty more severe. But if you don't get the ball even past the 20-yard line as you were kicking it, and it goes out of bounds, you should get out at the 50.
Yeah.
We're always trying to improve the game here.
You bet.
Well, we got a great crowd here. We got the parking lot is stacked. We got a whole bunch of folks out there in the parking lot, probably in their cars, listening to the game. Glad to have you with us. As here we go, as the kickoff is again underway, and this time down the middle, going to be picked up at about the 25-yard line, straight up the field for the Dodgers. And going to get returned out to about the 38-yard line as the Dodgeville's Bobby Arowitz on the return that time. And Arowitz gets a good field position here for the Dodgers as they'll start their drive at their own 38-yard line. So first down and 10 for the Dodgers. That quarterback, of course, Aaron Ayers, as he late arrives into the huddle. As the Dodgers break out of the huddle, and they swing Lindauer wide to the left. And the I formation back behind Ayers, calling out the signals. Ayers spins, and he'll throw a quick pass right side, and on the way, and it's complete down the far sidelines, out to about the 47-yard line. That pass is complete to Carl Reynolds. Welcome back, Mr. Reynolds. After getting a separated shoulder in game 1 of the season, he's back, and he takes the first pitch from Ayers for about an 8-yard pickup.
Carl Reynolds was a big weapon for the Dodgeville Dodgers last year, so that was a big loss for him early this year, but there he is. He's back. Carl Reynolds, number 3.
Second down, and about a yard to go, about 9 yards in that pickup. Again, the I formation back behind Ayers. Ayers, he's going to fake. Now he's going to have to run with it as he was going to throw it to the right side, and he went forward as far as he could. The defense for Platteville coming in on him, making the stop. Tackle made there by David Quam and others. Maybe even a loss of a yard in that play. It looked like he was looking to the left side for a receiver, but the receiver either didn't run the right route or what, but he had to take off running for it upfield, and consequently lost a yard. It's now going to be third down and 2. So the Dodgers up the line of scrimmage this time with 2 wide receivers on the left side and a slot on that left side. One single setback behind the quarterback Ayers. Showing some pressure up the middle. Here is the deep handoff going to Pitts, and Pitts has first down yardage. He runs it across the 50 to the 49-yard line of Platteville. Tackle made there by the Hillman's Jesse Baker, but a first down for the Dodgers at the 49-yard line of Platteville. Just underway here from Dodgeville's football complex, and I'll tell you what, I just keep looking at down. I'm just trying to find empty spaces. Not many out there. Big crowd on hand. First down and 10. Here's Ayers. Play action. He's going to wing it out to the right side. He's got his man. It's Reynolds. Reynolds makes the catch and vaults himself forward to about the 41-yard line. Playing on the defense out in that wide side was Justin Trannell, but Reynolds right there. That quick little down and out. And boy, you keep throwing those little swing passes, picking up 7, 8, 9 yards. That's a good way to start off a first series.
What do you think? Maybe Carl Reynolds had a little rust. Haven't been playing for the past 2 weeks, but none shown here as he's caught the first 2 passes for the Dodgers.
So it'll be second down. About 3 yards to go here for the Dodgers. The ball resting at about the 43-yard line. Right now, a little mix-up as far as the alignment goes. Now they'll swing that tight end to the right side. And here is Ayers with the handoff to Pitts. Pitts trying the left side, cuts it inside, gets across the 40, and falls near the 39-yard line, and he might have enough for a first down as the linesman marks it just past the 40-yard line. And they'll look across the way. Either it's going to be third and incredibly short, or they're going to bring in the chain gang to check it out as far as whether it is a first down or not.
My eagle eye perspective says it's a first down.
I believe you're right there, Michael. High school sports here on D99.3, proudly brought to you by Upland Hills Health, bringing unmatched attention, convenience, and choice to the people of Southwest Wisconsin. Please visit them online at uplandhillshealth.org. They stretch out the chains. It's a first down. So another first down for the Dodgers. There's the ball just inside the 40-yard line. And so the drive continues here for Dodgeville with 9:34 remaining here in this first quarter. Ayers comes from the sidelines, gets done with his little chat with Coach Mike Baranek. they break out of the huddle as they come up the line of scrimmage. They're set with wide receivers both ways. Reynolds to the right. And off on the left side, they got the flanker, and that is Runhag. I formation, Ayers, play action, looks, pumps once. Here's a long pass down the sidelines, and it's going to be just too far. Pass intended for Carl Reynolds. That time they did a little down, out, and down, a little pump fake, and he had the step on his man, but the pass just a little overthrown.
Good job by Ayers that time in the pump fake. The pump fake allowed Carl Reynolds to just get about a step or two from the defensive back, and Reynolds had those hands outstretched, but just couldn't quite pull that in.
Well, first down turns to second down and 10. The guy with the yard mark on his side there's got to remember you got to flip it on every play. Sleeping on a job there. Come on, buddy.
It's early.
Here we go. Second and 10. Here's a swing pass right side to Reynolds. He dives, can't get it as the pass a little wide of the mark. And Reynolds took a dive to try to catch up with it, but could not. So it's now third down and 10. So third and 10 for the Dodgers. Ball resting right up to the 40-yard line in Platteville territory. Just underway here from Dodgeville. I am surprised at the amount of pitches and tosses already to Reynolds here in the early going. You really want to get him into the game right away. Third and 10. Up to the line they are. Here's Ayers, straight back in the pocket. Pretty strong rush. Now rolls right, stops, throws it over the middle, and it's going to be picked off, intercepted by Platteville. He's along the near sidelines, or he's going to get knocked out of bounds as the interception made by Jesse Baker. As that pass was intended, I believe, for the Dodgers, Tyler Hermanson. But Baker playing it back there in a safety position makes the pick, and he runs it all the way into Dodgeville territory. He'll mark the ball at about the 40, or just across the 50-yard line, at the 49-yard line of Dodgeville. So a first turnover, and Platteville with the ball in Dodgeville territory.
I tell you what, it looked like Jesse Baker came out of nowhere that time to steal that ball out of the air. It's a turnover. Platteville has the ball.
So the Hillman up at the line of scrimmage. Quarterback is Ryan Plymer. He is a junior, 5'11", 172-pounder. He has the I formation back behind him. Plymer spins, and he'll give it off to Bartels, and Bartels pounds the left side, and Bartels picks up maybe a yard or two begrudging yards. He got stuck pretty good there by Justin Athey and others for the Dodgeville defense. Pick up on that play. About one is going to bring about second and 9. They're going to mark the ball right about in between the 47 and 48, so we'll be generous. Give them 2. Second down and 8. As they come back up to the line of scrimmage. Platteville. Plus in the fullback's position is Steve Oyen. As the quarterback, Kramer throws a little slant pattern. He's got Baker complete. And Baker makes the catch as he gets it inside the 35, tripped up, down about the 34-yard line. Tackle made there by the Dodgers, Carl Reynolds. And a first down as Jesse Baker running that quick slant pattern and playing it right on the money.
Well, I tell you what, that's a dangerous slant pattern, too. If he doesn't get tackled right after he catches it, he is gone. Baker's got some speed.
First down and 10 for the Hillman. Ball out the 34-yard line of Dodgeville. 8 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Wide receivers both sides here for the Hillman. As Plymer calls the signals. Straight back in the pocket. Looks left. Fires it that way. It's up for grabs, and it's going to be incomplete. And again, Baker out there with the deep pattern, and Reynolds on the defense. It almost appears that wherever Baker goes, Reynolds will follow.
Yeah, and Reynolds has a good job of covering that time. If you noticed, he was keeping right up with Baker, had his head turned around, was ready for the ball. Good job by Carl Reynolds, adjusting quickly as he hasn't played in a few weeks, but looking good already at the beginning of this game.
Now second down and 10. Well, he had a separated shoulder. You still work out on with your legs and that, but he healed quickly and healed right on time and in for this game. Second down and 10 here for the Hillman. Wide receiver left and slot to the right. Here's Plymer, play action to the left side. Throws it over the middle, and he's got Baker, and he has it. Tripped up there by Reynolds after a pickup of about 9. They'll mark him down, and they'll mark him down just inside the 25. It'll be very close to first down yardage. Maybe just shy of the first down by maybe about a half a yard.
Going to be just shy of the first
so it'll be third down, and less than a yard to go here for the Hillmen. Big one-on-one matchup. You can see the way it's starting out here with Reynolds on the defense up against the tough receiver there, Jesse Baker. So third down, about a half yard to go. Two receivers right side. Plamer calling the signals. He'll spin, give it to Bartels. Bartels got a big hole off the left side. He's got first down yardage and more as he'll take it inside the 20. And he'll get him down at about the 17-yard line, and another first down for the Hillmen as they keep the drive going after the turnover on the interception. They will mark the ball. They'll mark the ball right about at the 18-yard line, so first down and 10 for the Hillmen at the 18-yard line of Dodgeville. Wide receivers both ways now as Plamer calls out the signals. He's straight back in the pocket, looks right side, throws it, and he's got his man out of the tight end position. And the pass caught there by the Hillmen's number 34, that's David Quam. And Quam made the little catch out of the side there, tackled quickly there by Aaron Ayers. Short pickup of about 2 yards, second down and 8 yards. Not often you see two high school teams that are so adept at throwing the football.
Yeah, especially when you have two efficient running backs in Adam Bartels and Brady Pitts.
Yeah. Well-rounded teams, no doubt about it.
Yep.
At the 16-yard line, second down, and about 8 yards to go. As Plamer looks to the left, throws the little slant pattern. That time Reynolds cutting inside that. He was playing for that slant, and he almost came in and picked it off as that pass was intended for Baker. So it's incomplete, and it'll be now third down and 8.
Yeah, Reynolds sniffed out that slant pass, and it looked like it was more intended for Carl Reynolds that time.
Well, you can show that slant pattern, but if the guy bites early and if they go for a slant and go, well, that can go big time. Third down and 8 coming up here for the Hillmen. They send wide receivers both ways, and the I formation behind Plamer. Plamer straight back in the pocket. He looks left, and he's not going to get hit, and the ball's loose. It's on the field, and who's going to fall on it? And Platteville will fall on it. A Dodgeville player was trying to pick it up and run with it, and by doing so, basically, negated a chance to recover the fumble. Justin Athey was trying to reach down to pick up the ball as it got squirted out of there. Randy Johanning that time, I believe, came across and got the quarterback, Plamer, and Plamer coughed up the ball, and a timeout is called by Platteville. So with 5:46 left in the first, no score. Let's take a 30-second break as you're listening to High School Sports on D99.3.
New Country D99.3.
Boy, it's gonna be a great day.
Why are you so excited, sir?
I'm having my new Mohawk carpet and Mannington vinyl flooring installed today.
Well, who are you getting it from?
What's your name, of course?
I've heard about her. Chris Dowling at J&C Floor Shop. Tell me, is she as good as they say?
Boy, she better be. My home's starting to look worn out, and in a couple of hours it's gonna look new, thanks to, what's her name?
Chris Dowling at J&C Floor Shop.
Yeah, I mean, she's just down the road from High Prices.
D99.3.
Back here at Dodgeville, Bob Look along with Michael Anthony. John Satterley back at the studio and at the scoreboard desk. We're glad that you're joined us here for high school football here on D99.3. Platteville and Dodgeville squaring off, and it'll be fourth down and about 20 yards to go here for Platteville. The ball is resting at about the 28-yard line. So Platteville lines up in a spread formation. Two receivers, both ways, as Plamer straight back. Pumps once, now fires it left side, and it's going to be overthrown as a pass intended for Baker in the end zone, incomplete. So Dodgeville will take over on downs. Well, that spread formation that time looked like it had the Dodgers confused for a moment.
Yeah, it looked like Baker was going to get open on that pass. Fortunately for Dodgeville and unfortunately for Platteville, it was thrown just a little too hard for Baker to run and catch up to it.
So the Dodgers take over on downs at their own 28-yard line. Let's make that the 27-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Dodgers. No score, 5:41 left here in the first quarter. One single setback behind Ayers as they have two wide receivers to the left side. Handoff goes to Pitts left side, cuts it inside, and he's got to fight his way just to get back to the line of scrimmage as the Platteville Hillman defense converged quickly. Give a call here to Steve Olin, and also give a call to Jacob Rosemeyer helping out. Maybe a half-yard pickup, and that's about it. A little different look there for the Dodgers. getting rid of the fullback lead block. Kind of gives the defense maybe something to think about whether it will be a passing play or a running play.
Yeah, throw a new wrinkle in the offense, see what happens.
Two wide receivers now, right side for the Dodgers. Tight end left and a tight end right. And the handoff will go to Pitts as he'll try it and hits the line and nothing doing. Maybe a yard, if that, as he's stopped there by Corey Digman for the Hillman. But a penalty flag thrown right into the line of scrimmage. Not normally. It goes up against the offensive lineman as they are talking to the Platteville Hillman. So either it'll be third down and a long 9, or it could be second down and 14. So, you know, you kind of have to pick your poison here. Holding is the call. They're going to decline it. Well, it would have been more than second and 14. It would have been second and about 19. But they decided to make it third and 9 at the 28-yard line. Now they've gone the traditional I formation with the fullback. Eric Mern lined up. As Ayers calls the signals, he'll roll to his right. Stops, got pressure, got to get out of there. He's going to get hammered and drop down at the line of scrimmage. Boy, the defense came pouring in on him there. Nick Feist and others came in there for the Hillman. But still, Ayers found his way past the line of scrimmage to maybe pick up a yard up to near the 30. But it'll be a punting situation for Dodgeville as Aaron Ayers will be back in punt formation. The lone deep man for Platteville will be Jesse Baker. So waiting for the snap. And that's a good one. Ayers puts his foot into it, hits an end-over-ender, bounding about the 45, takes a Dodgeville bounce, then a neutral bounce, and stops right about the 38-yard line, and that's where the Hillmen will start this drive at their own 38-yard line, first down and 10.
38-yard line where the Hillmen will take over first.
We talked a little bit about in our pregame about how both of these defenses for these teams have really gotten real stingy here of late, and it's been the story here in early going.
Yeah, that's the key word too, stingy, and definitely we're seeing that right here, right off the bat in the first quarter for both these teams.
So Platteville at their own 38-yard line, first down and 10 for the Hillmen. Wide receiver right, flanker off to the left side with the I formation back behind the quarterback, Ryan Plamer. Plamer will pitch it to Bartels, sweeping the left side, and Bartels gets outside. He's at the 45, 50, into Dodgeville territory, finally knocked down at about the 45-yard line. Nice run that time by Bartels, about 17 yards on the pickup, and a first down for Platteville.
Well, that's what Bartels does best, make people miss when he's running down that sideline, and Dodgeville had a few defenders miss on that play, and Bartels picks up about 15, 16 yards on the carry.
Well, Bartels made a cut, faked inside, went outside, and he left the Dodgeville player just stumbling. Good cut. First down and 10 here for the Hillmen at the 45-yard line of Dodgeville. 3:25 left here in the first. Plamer going to roll to his right. Pumps. Ball is loose on the field, and it's going to be recovered by the Hillmen. And the official is saying that the quarterback, Plamer, lost the ball. He pump faked, and then he lost the ball, and it's going to be called a fumble. Recovered there by Corey Digman for the Hillmen, but it's going to be a loss of nearly 10 yards on Plamer that time, just losing control of the ball. He pump faked, and then he had some pressure, and he ended up coughing the ball up. And the coaching staff, Scott Stotts and his staff was saying, no, that was an incomplete pass, but the referee, was looking right at him and said, no, he was not planning to throw the ball, so that was just a plain old fumble. And a delay of game call is coming up here against Platteville. Well, they discussed that call maybe a little too long. So now it goes back even further, another 5 yards, back to about the 41-yard line of Platteville. So now it turns into a second down and 24.
It's something we've talked about before in high school. You don't have that luxury of seeing a play clock tick down like you do in college and the NFL, so it's definitely a factor.
And again, they could, once the referee puts the ball in play, you only have so much time to get the play underway, and I feel we spent a little time discussing the play a little too long with the referees. There's a man in motion from left to right here for the Hillmen at the line of scrimmage. Then we got movement And we've got motions probably going to be called here against the Hillmen. So another 5 on the minus column for penalties for Platteville. Boy, they're been having pretty good field position after the great run by Bartels. Now they find themselves all the way back to their 36-yard line. And second down and 29.
Yeah, the Platteville offense is going backwards without the Dodgeville defense having to do anything.
Yeah. Second down, 29. They send that man in motion left to right. That's Baker trying to free him up in the secondary. Quick inside handoff. This time to the fullback's got a big hole. Got some running room out to about the 47-yard line. And that's Steve Oyen. Oyen that time. He just got that quick little hitter inside and got past the initial line of scrimmage and had free sailing that time to the 47-yard line. A nice pickup. Brings it now to a third down and about 18 yards to go. 2:08 and counting here in the first. No score between the Dodgers and the Hillmen. Wide receiver left, slot to the right, and Baker, they'll move him in motion from right to left. And Reynolds follows him wherever he goes. Here's the pitch now to Bartels. Bartels trying to get it on the right side. Now the defense is there, and they put some helmets on him, but he doesn't fall. And he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, about the 45-yard line of Dodgeville, maybe to the 44. Where it'll be a fourth down and 9 yards. I'll tell you, Bartels looked like he wasn't going to get much, but he showed you that strength that he has. He got about 6 yards that maybe he shouldn't have gotten.
Yeah, I tell you what, the Dodgeville defense definitely swarmed Bartels that time, but Bartels was able to break it out and get about 10 yards when he probably should only get about three or four, actually.
Ryan Plamer will do the punting. He'll try to pin Dodgeville deep. As here's a kick by Plamer, going to the near sideline. He's going to go out of bounds and not really going to do what he had in mind, as it's going to be marked at about the 21-yard line. So, first down and 10 for the Dodgers at their own 21. Seems like both teams, I think, and this is just my little opinion right here, maybe just a little tight here.
We're going to go back and forth, I think, for a while here.
Well, we had that in our game this afternoon with Darlington and Riverdale, where it was pretty much a slow-starting game, and all of a sudden we had 3 touchdowns within a 1 minute and 7-second period. Whoa!
Oh, somebody woke up.
Yeah, what happened there? Well, here we go. 2 wide receivers split to the right side for the Dodgers. Hits the low slap back behind the quarterback, Ayers. They're going to run option, and Ayers heads upfield, and he trips and falls. And falls back right up to about the 20-yard line, where he's going to lose about a yard in the play. Running that option to the right side, and Ayers kicked it into overdrive and then slipped and fell, lost a yard. Chris Chico, the man who covered up Ayers, lost a yard, 2nd and 11. So 2nd and 11 for the Dodgers at their own 20-yard lines. 45 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ayers surveys the situation. 2 wide receivers right side. Ayers will give it off to Pitts on the handoff. Pitts breaks 1 tackle, still on his feet, and will get forward about the 23-yard line. Good, solid, and hard-nosed run that time. David Quam on the stop there for Platteville. And they're going to give him a pickup of about 4 to the 24. So it'll be third down, about 7 yards to go for the Dodgers with 20 seconds on the clock. No score between Platteville and Dodgeville here. Ayers comes out of the huddle, and I think he's looking back there, and I think he's asked the official. He says, "We can run it all the way down to 0, can't we?"
Yep.
And that's exactly what he's going to do. So time expires here in the first quarter. No score between Dodgeville and Platteville as we take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to High School Sports on D99.3.
New Country D99.3.
A full-service contractor that also works on septic systems and well pumps. They carry Kohler plumbing products and Carrier furnaces. So if your furnace can't keep you warm or costs too much to run, call Collins & Hying for the best in plumbing and heating products and service. That's Collins & Hying in Dodgeville.
D99.3.
Well, a big moment here in Dodgeville press box history. We are keeping the lights on up here.
I was going to say something earlier, but didn't want to jinx it, you know?
It's nice to be able to see names on my list and things.
I can see you. Yeah, you actually do broadcast.
I was doing most of the games in Braille. Third down and 7 at the 24-yard line of Dodgeville. No score at the end of 1. We're just starting the second quarter. And before the play even gets underway, we got a flag thrown.
And there's a flag on the field.
And we might have had somebody lining up offside. Dead ball foul. It's going to be legal procedure against Dodgeville. So 3rd and 7 turns into 3rd and 12.
Crowd's pumped, that's for sure.
Well, the crowd is pumped, but they're also kind of sitting on their hands a little bit because they're waiting for maybe something to really start.
So nothing's really happening yet.
Yeah,
either
it's
way.
kind of like, kind of feeling out period here. 3rd and 12. Here's Ayers. He'll roll to his left. Still looking, fires it down the field. He's got his man, it's Reynolds. Reynolds gets away from one man. 30, 35, first down across the 35 to about the 37-yard line for Carl Reynolds. Nice play by Reynolds that time. Gets that quick little hitch pattern there, gets the ball and avoids 2 would-be tacklers and picks up the first down.
Yeah, Carl Reynolds is definitely back, that's for sure. Some nice moves, got the hands, everything's there. That's the Carl Reynolds we know.
First down and 10 for the Dodgers. They're at about their 37-yard line here. 2 wide receivers right side. Slot also to the right side here for the Dodgers. 1 single setback behind him. He'll give it to Pitts as Pitts tries the middle, and Pitts is pounded right at the line of scrimmage. If not, he might even have lost a yard on the play. Big number 64 down the middle there. That's Nick Feist. 6 foot 1 inches tall, 277. A loss of a yard on that play to Brady Pitts. 2nd down, 11.
That's something we've typically seen, though, out of Pitts. He starts off a little slow, then he kicks it into higher gear in around the 2nd or 3rd quarter. So
Pitts heading to the sideline here, hobbling a little bit as he comes to the sidelines. So the Dodgers will have a different tailback in it. It should be Bobby Rohowitz back in the tailback position. Single setback. And he play action as Ayers looks downfield, fires over the middle. He's got his man open, complete. At the 50-yard line as the pass complete to Brandon Lindauer. Lindauer finding a little opening right in the middle of the defense and picks up good yardage, about 15 on the pass completion, and a first down to the 49-yard line of Platteville. So the clock rolling at 10:45. The Dodgers now into Platteville territory. They started this drive at their own 21-yard line. 2 receivers to the left side, slot to the left side. Ayers calls out the signals. He'll roll to his left. Got some pretty good protection. Throws up the middle. Oh, nice catch over the middle. How about the 37-yard line, and a nice catch by Jason Rundhog. That ball was a little bit behind him, and he got back there, got his hands on it, bobbled it briefly, but then gathered it in for a nice catch down to the 37-yard line, 12 yards in that pickup.
Boy, you said it. Great job by Jason Rundhog to stay with that pass. Had actually turned back just a touch and was falling down as he caught the ball, but he caught her. Got about 14 yards on the play and a first down for the Dodgers.
So the Dodgers, another first down. They're now a little deeper into Platteville territory. And they mark the ball at the 38-yard line, first down and 10. Here is Ayers rolling to his right, pumps. Now he's going to have to run with it, and he's got some running room to the left side. Got to use the speed. Here he goes, down the sidelines to the 20, 15, cuts inside, 10, and he's down inside the 10-yard line, about the 8-yard line. There it is, using the legs, getting outside, and then he made a nice cut inside to get even more yardage. It'll be 1st and goal for the Dodgers.
Nice decision that time by Ayers. He looked to his right, he looked to his left. Nobody was open, then he just took off. He had that hold down the left-hand side, took off for about a good 29-yard gain, and they were knocking on the door.
Now they'll mark the ball at the 9-yard line, so it'll be 1st down and goal for the Dodgers with 9:42 left here in the first half. Close formation and a full house backfield here for the Dodgers. A big stack guy formation back behind him. 3 backs behind Ayers. And a give goes to the last tailback. That's Pitts. Pitts hits it off right tackle. Pounds his way up to about the 5-yard line. Baker there, putting the final touches on the hit. And a pickup about 4 yards. That's your power eye formation. We have 3 men in the eye behind the quarterback. Not 1 lead blocker, but 2 lead blockers hitting the hole. So 2nd down and goal. As the ball just nudging the 5-yard line. Off the line of scrimmage. Again, that power eye formation. Here's Ayers. Spins and gives to Pitts off right tackle. Pitts pounds it in the end zone. Touchdown! Brady Brady Pitts punches it in from 5 yards out, and the Dodgers take a 6-0 lead.
Brady Pitts just putting that head down, going over the goal line, and in pretty much easily as Dodgeville takes the early lead, 6-0 on Platteville.
So Pitts powers it in. Well, at Power Eye, it's the first time we've had a look at it this year, and looking pretty good so far. As Aaron Ayers will try the extra point. Here's a snap. The kick is up, and it is good. Dodging the 7-0 lead. We'll be back with a kickoff right after this 30-second timeout. You're listening to High School Sports on D99.3.
D99.3.
Glendenning Limestone and Ready Mix reminds area farmers not to forget the foundation of their soil fertility program, Egg Lime. Egg Lime and fertilizer work as a team to produce increased profits through higher yields. Glendenning's Limestone and Ready Mix has 2 grades of egg lime available. Egg lime use means higher yields with the potential of higher profits. For pricing and availability, call 608-776-4014. You'll be completely satisfied with Glendenning Limestone and Ready Mix, Darlington, Shelmsburg, and Gratiot.
D99.3.
Well, the Dodgers march at 79 yards. Final 5 covered by Brady Pitts, and they lead 7-0 here. 8:50 remaining here in the second quarter. Well, the Dodgers didn't have the best field position in that particular drive, but they moved it down the field. Some good pass plays, and then showing a little different wrinkle there in short yardage situation, a power I formation.
Yeah, seems to work good so far. Brady Pitts had a 5-yard run down from the 9 to the 4, and then on the next play they try it again. Brady Pitts runs it in virtually untouched for the touchdown.
So Ayers will kick it off.
Bartels and Baker kicking off for Dodgeville. Aaron Ayers.
Bartels is one of the deep men along with Baker for the Hillman. As Ayers puts his foot into it and hits a driving ball down about the 19-yard line, and going to be returned from there, coming up the middle of the field and tripped up at about the 30-yard line as Jacob Rosemeyer on the return. So Platteville will start this drive at about the 30, 31-yard line. See where they put it. They put it right past the 30-yard line.
31-yard line.
So the Dodgers taking that lead on the 5-yard touchdown run by Brady Pitts. And now Platteville, let's see how they respond here as they come out with 2 wide receivers to the left side. Claimer called out the signals. Surveys the situation. Long count. Now gives it off to Bartels. Bartels has a big hole off left tackle. Cuts it inside. And he's got good yardage all the way to the 45-yard line. Bartels showing you that good burst from the line of scrimmage. And he picks up a good 14 yards in that first carry and a first down.
Yeah, great run by Bartels that time, but you definitely have to give credit to that left-hand side of that Platteville Hillman offensive line as they gave him a gaping hole that time.
Corey Digman and also Jeff Brunton are the guys, the left guard and the left tackle. Really opening up a nice hole there for Platteville. First down and 10 at their own 45-yard line. The Hillman at the line of scrimmage. Here's Bartels again off right tackle's got a hole. Bartels with good yardage, about 7 into Dodgeville territory at about the 48-yard line. And when you have Brady Pitts making the tackles and Carl Reynolds making the tackles, that shows you that the interior linemen for the Hillman are occupying the defensive linemen for the Dodgers and the linebackers.
Yep, good job by the offensive line in Platteville. Bartels is already over 50 yards in the game.
Pick up a 7 on the play. And it'll be second down and 3, long 3 to go. With a wide receiver right, slot to the right. They'll swing it out there to Baker. Baker gets the ball. Reynolds has him, and then the second man cuts his legs out from under him, and that is Aaron Ayers as they tried a little swing pass to Baker, trying to get him isolated on the outside with a blocker. And first Reynolds took the shot at him, didn't get him, but then Ayers cut him down, and a loss of 2 on that play. Third down and 5.
That's what you like to see, too, out of your tacklers. Go for the ankles, below the kneecaps. Get them low, get them low.
That is the fastest way to bring down a fast runner. So third down, a long 5 to go here for the Hillman at the 50-yard line. And we got jumping off sides, the Dodgers. And it's going to be Zach Barnett that time, jumping offside.
Offside, Platteville.
He had an inkling of when that snap count was, and he was coming in on the blitz, and he was pretty much the only person that was across the line of scrimmage.
Guessed, and fortunately guessed wrong that time on the blitz.
So instead of a third and a long 5, it's now going to be third and less than a yard. 6:52 left here in the second quarter. 7-0 lead for the Dodgers. Up to the line comes the Hillman. As Plamer, he'll give it right off to Bartels. And Bartels gets the running room and gets in the secondary, and he's got more yardage as he spins down about the 35-yard line of Dodgeville. So another nice pickup. About 11 on the play as Bartels picks him up some more yards and another first down.
That's something I've noticed about Bartels, too. You think he's down. You see a few black jerseys around him, then all of a sudden he bounces out from him, picks up about 5-6 more yards than you thought he would have. He would have, in his primary run, but geez, that turned into an 11-yard gain. I thought he was getting about 2 or 3.
There's a reason why this guy's got over 1,100 yards and 11 touchdowns on the season already, you know.
No kidding.
Wide receiver to the right. They send a man in motion to the right side. That's Baker. Instead, they'll pitch it out to Bartels, trying the left side, trying to get outside. He's to the 30, and he's going to get hung down out there. Finally brought down, but another nice pickup as Tony DeMuth on the defensive play stops him, but again, a big pickup inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line, 12 yards on that carry. Now, Bartels right now is just getting to that corner so quickly, and the defensive line for the Dodgers really are not making any penetration against the Platteville offensive line. I'm going to have to lean over this way to look through my little, well, we'll try this way. In the high formation back behind the quarterback, Plamer. Plamer to Bartels. Bartels right up the middle. Gets in the secondary again, and here he goes with some more yardage. DeMuth gets him by the shirt and drops him inside the 15-yard line at about the 11, and another first down.
Another first down.
I'll tell you what, you keep handing the ball off, and he's getting chunks of yards, 10 or more. You gotta have to start wondering, what the guys up front are doing.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Platteville can be as one-dimensional as they want, as Bartels is just getting huge yardage on each carry. Like you said, 12 yards the last 2, 11 on the one before that, 7 the one before that.
Now the ball is going to be put at about the 12-yard line. It'll be first down and 10. Plamer back to pass. Fires the pass over the middle. Deflected and incomplete. Pass for Baker over the middle. Reynolds made the hit, and the ball got deflected away. So it'll be second down and 10. Now, I know the fan watching the game or listening to the game is saying, geez, they hand the ball off to this guy. He's getting all his yards, and then they throw the ball.
Well, that's what you do. I mean, you give it to him, and then Dodgeville's not ready because they think they're going to give it to him again.
An incomplete pass stops the clock at 5:19 left in the second quarter. Second down and 10 at the 12-yard line of Dodgeville. Platteville knocking on the door. Here's Plamer. Plamer gives it out to Bartels. Bartels pounds it up off left tackle, and he gets bent backwards at about the 8-yard line. Still got some positive yards on the play. Tackle made by Justin Athey and others for the Dodgers, but it'll bring up now a third down, and they will mark the ball at about the 8-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and 6.
The ball in the 7.
Bartels gets 4 yards on that carry, and that's a little bit of a moral victory for the Dodgeville defense compared to what he's been doing.
Well, if you're a little closer to the goal line, you should be compressed a little bit more on the defense also, so shouldn't be able to pick up a big chunk that easy. 3rd down and 6 at the 8-yard line. Here's Plamer, the quarterback. Here's a play action, roll to his right. Now throws it towards the end zone, and it's going to be out of the end zone as the pass thrown too far for the intended receiver. That was Justin Tranel. So the pass goes incomplete. That brings up a 4th down and 6 at the 8-yard line. So what do the Hillmen want to do here?
I don't think we're going to see a field goal unit, just a guess.
Well, Coach Scott Stotts talks to the man bringing it into play, tells the quarterback, he relays it to the team. And at the right hash mark, here's a big 4th down play coming up. 4th down at the 8-yard line, 4th and 6. Plamer throws the lob pass in the corner, and it is going to be caught. Touchdown by Baker. Baker that time making the catch just over Reynolds in the left side of the end zone, and it's a touchdown for Platteville.
Great leaping ability that time by Jesse Baker for the Hillman. Jesse Baker just went up top of Carl Reynolds and pulled it down, kind of Randy Moss-esque, as he pulls it in for the touchdown, and it is now 7-6. Dodgeville still on top, awaiting the extra point from the Hillman.
The extra point coming up here, and before it's even underway, flags fly. 8-yard touchdown pass to Baker from the quarterback, Brian Plamer. And it's going to be a penalty against Platteville. And the call is going to be an illegal procedure against the Hillman. So instead of 20 yards for the extra point, it now turns into a 25-yard extra point for Carter Cushman, and he kicks it, puts it up, and it is good. We are tied at 7. Let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to High School Sports on D99.3.
D99.3.
Colder weather is here, and it'll be even colder soon. So don't get behind on vehicle maintenance. Your local Napa Auto Parts store has great savings on everything you need to get your vehicle in tip-top shape for the months ahead. Friendly expert advice and access to over 250,000 quality parts and accessories make Napa the smart place to shop. So visit the folks at Point Auto Parts in Mineral Point or Dodgeville Auto Supply in Dodgeville today.
D99.3.
69-yard drive that time for Platteville. They march it downfield to tie things up at 7 with 4:28 left here in the second quarter. Don't forget to stay with us at halftime. We'll have the Subway halftime scoreboard. Subway of Darlington, Mineral Point, and Shullsburg, proud sponsors of our scoreboard update at halftime. John Satterley getting together all the scores he'll present to us as Cushman will kick off as he hits a low bouncer. And it's going to be returned by Rowitz as Rowitz gets it to the 30. And he's going to spin and get dropped down about the 34-yard line.
Rowitz to ball failure.
So, Bobby Rowitz on the return, and now the Dodgers will start this drive. A little better field position than what they had that they started their last drive on. And this time they'll start their own 34. Last time they were at their 21, they marched all the way down for a score.
On the 34-yard line.
Wisconsin Badgers, of course, they're in action tomorrow, taking on Purdue Boilermakers. 9:30 broadcast time right here on D99.3. Here are the Dodgers, wide receivers, 2 of them to the left side, 1 single setback back behind Ayers. They run option left. Ayers keeps it, cuts inside 35, gets on the outside of the 40, 45, and he gets forward about the 48-yard line. Nice run by Aaron Ayers, the quarterback, before he's finally brought down out wide that time. Justin Tranel makes the stop, but Ayers picks up a good chunk of yards there, about 14 on the carry.
Nice bit of running that time by Ayers. Ayers able to bounce it outside. Actually shown that he has a bit of speed. Picks up about 15 yards on the carry. Great job by Ayers.
First down and 10 for the Dodgers at their own 48-yard line. Score tied at 7, coming up in 4 minutes left here in the second quarter. 2 wide receivers right, slot to the right. As Ayers, play action, rolls to his right. He'll wing it this way, and it's Reynolds making a nice catch. The ball was behind him. He spun around and made the catch at the 42-yard line. Nice catch by Reynolds on a tough thrown ball by Ayers, and Ayers, first guy to go over to congratulate Reynolds because he kind of flung that one wide of the mark, but Reynolds came back and made a nice catch, about 9 yards on the pickup.
Yeah, it's the second time tonight we've seen a Dodgeville receiver have to turn back in, but they're coming up with the catches, and that's all that counts. 2nd and 1 for the Dodgers at the 43-yard line of Platteville. Now wide receivers left and slot left. Ayers calling out the signals. Quick little quarterback sneak, and he pounds it forward for a first down across the 40 to about the 38-yard line. Just that simple little play there. Aaron Ayers looks in his center, says, hey, I can move this pile forward, and they do that, and they get the first down. Oh, and I tell you what, I love that call. They were able to fire off that line, and Ayers was able to push through that line for about 4 or 5 yards, and that's just falling down.
Yep. That'll give you a good indication of what kind of penetration is being made by the offensive line. And Dustin Lewis again makes that kind of a I should say, not say Dustin Lewis, but I should say that Alex Justin can come up there and pound forward like that. Now we got a flag on the play. Dead ball foul, offside against Platteville. So the Hillmen ran into a little bit of a yellow flag-itis here in this first half. So now it'll be first down and 5 for the Dodgers. The ball will rest at about the 33-yard line. So first and 5 as the Dodgers up to the line of scrimmage. Ayers calls out those signals. He'll roll to his left. Stops. Now he's going to have to get out of dodge as he loses the football. It's fumbled. And Platteville, I believe, has it. The referee looks inside the pile, and it is Platteville's football. As it was picked up there by the Hillmen. I believe it was Chris Scheiko picking up the football. Well, that time Ayers, he was kind of desperate inside that pile of players. He tried to make something out of nothing and got the ball punched out. And Scheiko recovers at the Dodgers' 36-yard line.
Well, that's tough to take, too, because Ayers should have just went down. He was trying to make something out of nothing. And that's what happens when you get in those big piles. Somebody punches the ball out, knocks it loose, turnover.
First down and 10. First down and 10 to 36 for Platteville, as it is Kramer. He'll throw it here to the near sidelines. He's got Baker, and Baker makes the catch, or no, he doesn't. It's off his hands, but it would have been out of bounds anyway. As Reynolds on the defense. It'll be second down and 10. I was wondering how many folks are still in their cars in the parking lot.
Quite a few, I would.
You know that?
Bet. Yeah.
There's some lights going on, yeah. Either that or they just decided to move. I see a spot over there. Let's move over there. There we go. Get a better drive through here. Second and 10. Wide receivers right, and here's the handoff to Bartels. And Bartels with a hole, and again, positive yards. Across the 40 to about the 43, maybe 44-yard line. Pounding it right between the tackles, and the holes are being opened. Bartels is getting to him quickly and picks up about 7 on that play. 2:16, 2:15, and counting. 7-7 to score. Has 2 wide receivers to the left side. I formation back behind Plamer. Calling out the signal. Plamer gives it out to Bartels. Bartels vaults forward across the 45, spins down to about the 47, and should be good enough for a first down. As they mark the football, and it will be a first down. So a first down for Platteville. They keep the drive going. And the clock gets cranking again. Now under 2 minutes left here in the first half. You have to believe that they may be throwing it downfield here pretty soon. As the Hillmen at the line of scrimmage. Kramer straight back in the pocket. Looking to set up the screen, and it's knocked away. Stolen! Intercepted by the Dodgers. Picked off by Justin Athey. And he stumbles forward inside the 30 to the 29-yard line of Platteville.
Well, you got to give credit to number 65, Andrew Clayton. Andrew Clayton was actually the guy that jumped up, got in Plamer's face, and knocked the ball, actually not to the ground, because then it was actually picked off. So great job that time.
So Justin Athey, the ball was deflected and it landed right in his breadbasket and it's stuck there. He started running with it, before he really had control, stumbled onto the turf at the 29-yard line. First down and 10 for the Dodgers at the 29 of Platteville with 1:40 left here in the first half. Here's Ayers back to pass, swings it out this side on the far side, and Reynolds makes the catch. He makes the catch inside the 20, falls down about the 19-yard line. And that'll be about let's see if he's outside the 20. They're going to bark the ball right at about the 20-yard line. Going to be shy of the first down by a couple. Second down and 2. 1:18 and counting. Dodgers and the Hillmen tied at 7. But Dodgeville with a golden opportunity here late in the first half on the turnover. Wide receivers both ways. There's the quarterback sneak. Pounded forward. And it looks like first down yardage again for Ayers. As they just put the old power push forward. And it is a first down for the Dodgers. So a fresh set of downs. And the ball will be at the 18-yard line of Platteville, and a timeout is called by Dodgeville. So with a timeout on the field, 1 minute left here in the first half, we'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to High School Sports on D99.3.
New Country D99.3.
Experience is important, especially when you're looking to purchase your dream home or financing your existing one. That's why your friends and neighbors have trusted the Iowa County Title Company. They are Iowa County's oldest and most experienced title company, serving all communities since 1858, providing abstracting, title insurance, and closing services. For professional and prompt service, contact Corrine, Melissa, Tina, Ashley, or Beverly at 935-3834. Iowa County Title Company at 141 North Iowa Street in Dodgeville. It's just not a name, it's who we serve, the Iowa County Title Company.
D99.3.
Well, a timeout called by the Dodgers, and a good timeout by Coach Mike Veronic, because this is a big series of downs here for the Dodgers. Got to look at your options, and you want to put points on the board before you finish out this half.
Now they got 1 minute left on the clock, plenty of time. They're at the 19-yard line. See what they can do here.
First down and 10. They're about the 18-yard line of Platteville. Dodgers up at the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers both ways. Here is Ayers rolling to his right. Stops, throws for the corner of the end zone. Reynolds has got it. Touchdown! Carl Reynolds from 18 yards out catches the touchdown pass, and the Dodgers take the lead.
That was absolutely gorgeous. Ayers lofts that ball out there for only, and I mean only, Carl Reynolds to catch it. Carl Reynolds hauls it in for a touchdown. Welcome back, Mr. Reynolds.
So Reynolds on the touchdown reception from Ayers, and DeMuth to hold, as Aaron Ayers will try to tack on the extra point. Snap is good. Placement down, kick is up, and it is good. 14-7, Dodgers with the lead. Let's take a 30-second break to listen to High School Sports on D99.3.
New Country D99.3.
Ayers Furniture in Ridgeway is your total furniture store. 50,000 square feet of Southwest Wisconsin's best furniture brands. Lazy Boy, Flex Steel, Sealy, Lane, Broyhill, and hundreds more. All at everyday low sale prices. If you're serious about buying new furniture for your home, you can't afford to buy without shopping at Ayers Furniture. Plus, Ayers Furniture delivers free, and they guarantee your satisfaction. If you really want the very best and beautiful new furniture for your home, it has to be Ayers Furniture in Ridgeway.
D99.3.
Well, the Dodgers taking over after that interception by lineman Justin Athey. March at 29 yards and get it into the end zone. An 18-yard touchdown pass to Carl Reynolds from Aaron Ayers, and the Dodgers now with a 14-7 lead here late in the second quarter. So Ayers will kick off. There's Ayers. Gets his team set to go, advances to the football, and he boots it. High end over ender. In fact, he clears over the head of the Hillman. It rolls in the end zone. It's an automatic touchback. And Ayers really put a boot to that one.
You can't tell he isn't fired up.
Yeah. Well, first down and 10 for the Hillman at their own 20-yard line. Well, you got a volatile receiver like Baker and a good strong-arm quarterback like Plamer and a good quality running back like Bartels. You can't take any time off when you're on the defensive side of the football if you're the Dodgeville Dodgers.
Nope, with those offensive threats of the Hillman, 54 seconds is plenty of time, I would say.
I'm sure that they can move it and move it quickly. One single setback back behind the quarterback with three wide receivers to the right side. Plamer, he'll swing it out to Baker as they work a little screen to that right side. Baker vaults over one guy and falls forward to about the 25-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. It'll be second down and 5.
Now, going back to that touchdown, I thought Dodgeville had plenty of time with 1 minute left. I didn't know they only needed 6 seconds.
Well, I think that Coach Mike Veronic might have played, instead of sitting there trying to, milk it, go for it right away.
Yep. See if it's there, and if it's not, maybe try something else.
And they made it go, and here's a timeout on the field called by Platteville. We'll keep it right here. I know John is working hard back at the station to get those scores squared away. So I'll tell you what, we've got some great football coming up, and it's going to be a Thursday game next week, Thursday night. from Spring Green, River Valley, hosting the Dodgeville Dodgers. We'll be there, 6:40 broadcast time, the game at 7. That'll be next Thursday night. You were just in Spring Green today.
Yeah, JB's Bowling Green.
Yep, made a
Good
lot
time out there.
made a lot of friends out there.
Yep.
Becky Thomas, Laura First.
Yep, good folks up there. We enjoy making trips up there and renewing our acquaintances.
Appreciated the hospitality, and if I didn't have to do the game, I'd still be there probably.
Yeah.
Lee Stratman, Nate Wagner, Nate
And I'm sure there'll be a call coming in, to pick you up and take you home. Well, the Dodgers lead 14-7, 24 seconds on the clock. The Hillmen called that timeout, and they now come to line of scrimmage. Second down and 5 at their own 25-yard line. Wide receivers both sides. They'll give the ball to Bartels, and Bartels hits the hole, and he gets about 4 yards down to about the 29-yard line. Spun down that time by the defense. And Clark got a stop there for the Dodgers. Short of the first down, 3rd and 1. And Platteville probably thought about it. They says, well, let's take that time and let it run down. And
Maybe not. Yep, there it goes.
And they're going to head into halftime. Going to discuss things as the time expires. And the first half is in the books. And the score reads Dodgeville 14, Platteville 7. We'll be back with our halftime with run-through on stats.
Turned out that way so far.
Well, you knew when you have talent and the specialty players on both these sides, there's plenty of talent on this field.
25, Jesse
And you're watching them being displayed here.
18 is Adam.
There's no doubt that the Swell 1 Conference, this is the creme de la creme here on this field this evening.
And not too shabby of defenses either, because these offenses have the firepower to actually go back and forth with each other, but
Oh, yeah.
these defenses are doing pretty good tonight.
Well, defensive turnovers have kept this game intact. 14-7. Dodgers with the lead as Aaron Ayers will kick off. Back deep for the Hillmen. Jesse Baker, one of the deep men, along with Andy Bartels. And here we go. Kickoff by Ayers is a high end-over-ender. Squirrler down at about the 15-yard line. Bartels takes it about the 11. And Bartels is dropped right away. Bobby Rolowitz on the stop. Nice tackle by Rolowitz as he got him right by the ankles and dropped him after a very short return out to the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Platteville. Well, it's nice when you have your return people come up with a big play like quick. Maybe Rolowitz could get a job with the Badgers real quick here.
Special teams play.
Shore up that kick return defense. Well, here we go. 1st down and 10 for the Hillmen on their own 20-yard line. Kramer will give it up to Bartels, hits it up the middle, and he pounds it up forward across the 22. Maybe the 23-yard line where he's stacked up there. Brady Pitts on the stop, and Bartels getting up a little slower that time. So, pick up of about a couple yards. He'll mark the ball at about the 23. 2nd down and 7. Just underway here in the second half. 14-7, Dodgers with the lead. Back the line comes the Hillmen with wide receivers. 2 of them split to the left side with the I formation back behind the quarterback. Kramer calls out the signals. He will pitch it out to Bartels, trying to sweep the left side. Now he's taking himself wider, and he's going to get caught by the pursuit. As a whole bunch of black-shirted Dodgers came roaring in on Aaron Ayers on the stop. Also throw in the name of Tony DeMuth and others coming across. Dropping him for a loss past the 20. But we do have a penalty coming up here against Dodgeville. It looks like a face mask call against Dodgeville.
Oh, that's going to hurt, too. That's huge.
You had him for a loss. And then instead the penalty moves it across the 25 to about the 27-yard line, and it stays 2nd down. So 2nd down and 3 yards to go. So instead it would have been a 3rd down and about maybe 12 or 13. Turns into a 2nd and 3. So 2 wide receivers on the right side for Platteville. Hillman at the line of scrimmage. Here the give to Bartels, and Bartels this time tries the left side, falls forward just across the 30 to about the 31. Looks like he's got first down yardage. As he's brought down there by Zach Barnett of the Dodgers. But it will be good enough for a first down, so the Hillmen get a first down here in their first drive of this second half. You almost have the feeling that maybe Platteville may want to be staying on the ground a little bit more here to establish that and tend to free up that passing game a little bit more. Two wide receivers to the right, and he'll give it off to Bartels off left side again. And Bartels breaks a tackle or two and falls forward to about the 34-yard line. Stacked up there by the defense for the Dodgers. And again, Zach Barnett coming up and jumping out of that pile, makes a stop. Pick up about 3, and it'll be second down and 7.
Picking up 3 yards to bring up a second.
Clock running, 10:22 left here in the third quarter. Second half off to a kind of a nice, easy as it goes type of start here. And that can change very quickly. Here it is, second down, 7. And the quarterback, he'll give it to the fullback straight up the middle, and he pounds it out to about the 37-yard line. That was the upright man there, Steve Oyen. And Oyen that time picks about 4, making it now a third down, and about 3 yards to go here for the Hillmen. So a third down, about 3 yards to go. The Hillmen come out of the huddle. They do have wide receivers split both ways. High formation. Back behind Plamer. Plamer, he's going to roll to his right. Looks down the field, throws it, and it's going to be incomplete. And his receiver, Jesse Baker, when he made his cut on a down and out, slipped and fell, and that threw the timing off and fell incomplete.
Yep, that was the key to the whole thing right there. Baker did slip and fall right before he was able to get to where the ball was, and they're gone, and fourth down, time for the Platteville Hillmen to punt it away.
Well, Carl Reynolds on the sideline. Looks like got a little cramp action, and you would expect that with his inactivity. As here's the punt by Plamer. It's a high floater. Rowas takes on the fly at the 40 and runs straight into the pile of Hillman at the 43, and he is decked there. Boy, I'll tell you what, he ran right into Mark Stark. I'll tell you, Rowitz, later on this week, he's going to be jumping the Snake River Canyon. That was Evel Knievel-ish right there.
That was right into a brick wall.
Whoa. Taking that punt on the fly. Ouch. Well, by doing that, he saved some yards, but I'll tell you what, that's taking your life in your hands there. But he does get it out to the 45-yard line. First down and 10 for the Dodgers at their own 45. Here's Ayers. He's back to pass. He'll fire it to the near side. It's Reynolds. Jumps for it. Can't get it. And off his hands, it almost picked off. Here on the near side by Jacob Rosemeyer. Well, Rosemeyer had even a shot at it, but he couldn't come up with it. It'll be second down and 10. And Reynolds was on the sideline. They're working on his, stretching out his back of his calves, and that's usually a sign of
inactivity right there.
Inactivity, and also a sign of some cramping. So we'll keep an eye on that. Two wide receivers left side and a slot on the left side here for the Dodgers. Second down and 10. They'll run option to the left side, and it's pitched to Pitts. Pitts to the 50. Pitts is into Platteville territory at about the 47-yard line. Tackle made there by Steve Oyen. What a pickup on that play, about 7 yards for the Dodger tailback, bringing up now third down and 3. He'll mark the ball at the 48-yard line. 14-7, Dodgers with the lead.
Ball at about the 48-yard line.
You just have that feeling something big's going to break, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Two wide receivers right side for the Dodgers. Slot to the right side. Ayers calls the signals. He'll run option right side. He'll keep it, cuts upfield, first down yards and more. He's at 35, 30, near sidelines. Got to get away from one. Baker gets a hold of him and slams him down at about the 20-yard line, and the first down for the Dodgers as Ayers cuts it upfield for a big gainer. 28 yards on the carry.
Ayers showing some nice moves on that run, cutting it inside, then going outside, then getting a little bit of a burst of speed going down that left-hand sideline. And fortunately for the Hillmen, they were able to catch him. Otherwise, Ayers might have gone all the way to the house.
First down and 10 for the Dodgers, now at the 20-yard line of Platteville. Dodgers with a 14-7 lead. Wide receiver split to the right side and left, as here's Ayers rolling to his right. Stops. Now he's going to have to get out of there. As he does, he'll roll to the left side. Gets to the corner, makes a nice move, gets inside the 20, and gets down about the 16-yard line. Ayers hit the brakes. Steve Oyen had him dead to rights and just plain missed him, as Ayers really did a good juke move and got away from him.
That was basically a whoop.
Picked up about 7 yards all the way down to 13. Wow, that was a nifty little bit of running that time by Aaron Ayers. So second down, 3 yards to go at the 13-yard line. 7:25 left here in the third quarter. Ayers calling out the signals. I formation back behind him. He'll roll to his right. Looks over the middle, fires it at the goal line. It's caught. And it's at the 1-yard line as the pass is complete to Josh Kalish. As Kalish makes the catch right there near the goal line, right about the half-yard line. It'll be first and goal for the Dodgers.
We can't get any closer than that. Josh Kalish was able to catch it just about the 1-foot line. Boy, Dodgeville is knocking on the door big time here in this third quarter.
First and goal for the Dodgers. Ayers has his team to line. The power I formation back behind him. Ayers spins. He will give it off to Pitts. Off right tackle. Touchdown! Brady Pitts from 1 yard out runs it in, and the Dodgers down. Hold a 20-7 lead.
Ayers hands it off to number 1, of course, Brady Pitts, and yeah, guess what? They needed 1 yard. Pitts got it standing up. Touchdown for the Dodgers, and they are up 20-7.
6:58 remaining here in the third quarter. And an extra point coming up here. Going to be tried by Aaron Ayers. Waiting for the snap. The boot is up, and it is good. 21-7, Dodgers with the lead. 30-second break. You're listening to High School Sports on D99.3.
New Country D99.3.
The Gorgon McGinley and Ayers Funeral Home in Dodgeville and the Gorgon Funeral Home in Mineral Point are dedicated to providing you and your family with the highest quality service and compassion that you've come to expect. Gorgon Funeral Services have been serving families of all faiths in Southwest Wisconsin for 4 generations. The directors at Gorgon Funeral Services have what it takes to help make a difficult transition as comfortable as possible for you, the family. Please contact Gorgon Funeral Services with any questions that you may have about funerals or pre-arrangements. Gorgon Funeral Services, serving families of all faiths since 1916.
D99.3.
Bob Luke along with Michael Anthony, Dan Jiggis, and John Dockery here at the Dodgeville High School football field.
Okay.
Just want to see if you're listening.
Where? Oh.
I'm just throwing some old names out there for you. So the Dodgers march at 55 yards. Final yard picked up by Brady Pitts. And it's now a 21-7 lead for Dodgeville. 6:58 left here in the third quarter.
Well, you had mentioned in that last drive that felt like something big was about to break, and just at that moment, that was the big scramble by Ayers for 28 yards that basically set up the touchdown after that.
So here we go, as Ayers will kick it off. Again, back deep here for the Hillman, Baker. And along Bartels, as here's the boot by Ayers, and he hits kind of a sinker. And it's bouncing and finally going to be covered. Just fell upon there by the Hillman, Jacob Rosemeyer, as he was kind of batting it around, and he downs it down about the 20-yard line. So you don't necessarily always have to kick it long downfield to get a team pinned at their own 20. So the ball's at the 20, first down and 10 for Platteville, as the Dodgers with a 21-7 lead here in the middle of the third quarter. So up the line of scrimmage come the Hillmen. They send a man in motion as Baker going from right to left. They'll pitch it out to Bartels, trying the right side. Bartels trying to turn the corner, gets it upfield about the 25, and knocked out of bounds there by the defense. As DeMuth coming across there, helping out on the stop, but about 5 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 5. 2nd down and 5 yards to go at the 25-yard line. And the Dodger defense, which has really come forward here in the last 2-3 weeks. That's been the part that I think has really improved the most here for Dodgeville. Back to pass now is Plamer. Rolls to his left, fires it, and he's got Baker. He has it, and he gets drilled by Ayers and Reynolds, but Baker somehow hung on to the football as he picks up about 3 yards. Well, that's probably the most impressive 3-yard pass completion you're ever going to see. How Baker hung on to the ball with both of those players drilling him. That shows you the concentration that man has.
Well, I tell you what, I thought we were going to see half of his body on one end of the field, the other half on the other end, but boy, I tell you what, he is an excellent receiver. Jesse Baker able to come up with the catch on that, despite being drilled.
Just remember, folks, Jesse Baker's also a junior. He's got another year yet to go. 3rd down and a long 2, rolling to the right. They're going to run the down pattern all the way out to Baker. Up for grabs. It's going to be deflected away. Carl Reynolds made the catch, and Baker is down as he is down about the 46-yard line. And he came down hard as both Reynolds and Ayers were back there on the defense. And Baker is going to be looked on by the medical people from the Platteville side as quickly the Dodgeville folks came out there. He might have, and again, I'm looking for the best case scenario here, folks. And that is, best case scenario being that he got kicked in the shin, which really hurts.
It hurts for now.
But then the bruise just kind of, lightens up, and then everything's fine. And that's what I'm hoping for. Because this is such a talented young man. But he went up for that ball. The ball was just a touch underthrown. The reason being, the quarterback Plamer had some tough defense on him as he was trying to step forward. He got hammered just as he released the ball. So the receiver, Baker, laying at about the 46-yard line, and the medical people from Platteville coming out there to check on him, and I'm sure they just want to make sure that the young man is going to get the right diagnosis here, making sure that nothing is broken. But he did grasp his left shin as he went down to the turf. And again, that pass just a bit underthrown, but you credit that to the defensive line of Dodgeville, who put the pressure on the quarterback, and Plamer just wasn't able to step into it.
Yeah, that's it. Plamer wasn't able to step into that throw, and you got to step into your throws if you're going to get it out to your receiver on target, and came up a little short, and credit Carl Reynolds with a nice swat to knock the ball down, and unfortunately Jesse Baker is still down, so wait to see what happens here.
And it looks like they will be calling on to the rescue squad that's here. The initial check on his shin and in his ankle probably means that they may fear that he might have either a fracture or something that may be more serious than just either a bruise or a contusion or a sprain. So we got a break in the action, 5:24 left here in this 3rd quarter. What we're going to do is we're going to take a break as both of the teams are heading off the field. They're going to take a break to the sidelines. What we will do is take a break. 21-7, Dodgeville with a lead. We will take a 2-minute timeout and let you hear some commercials from some great folks who help bring you high school sports here on D99.3. So we'll take this 2-minute timeout, and we'll be back as you're listening to High School Sports on D99.3.
New Country D99.3.
When you need championship caliber service for plumbing and heating problems, call Collins and Hying in Dodgeville. They have been serving our area since 1953. Collins and Hying Plumbing and Heating is a full-service contractor that also works on septic systems and well pumps. They carry Kohler plumbing products and Carrier furnaces. So if your furnace can't keep you warm or costs too much to run, call Collins and Hying for the best in plumbing and heating products and service. That's Collins and Hying in Dodgeville.
Glendenning Limestone and Ready Mix reminds area farmers not to forget the foundation of their soil fertility program, egg lime. Egg, lime, and fertilizer work as a team to produce increased profits through higher yields. Glendenning's Limestone and Ready Mix has 2 grades of egg lime available. Egg lime use means higher yields with the potential of higher profits. For pricing and availability, call 608-776-4014. You'll be completely satisfied with Glendenning Limestone and Ready Mix, Darlington, Shelmsburg, and Gratiot.
Colder weather is here, and it'll be even colder soon. So don't get behind on vehicle maintenance. Your local Napa Auto Parts store has great savings on everything you need to get your vehicle in tip-top shape for the months ahead. Friendly expert advice and access to over 250,000 quality parts and accessories make Napa the smart place to shop. So visit the folks at Point Auto Parts in Mineral Point or Dodgeville Auto Supply in Dodgeville today.
Experience is important, especially when you're looking to purchase your dream home or financing your existing one. That's why your friends and neighbors have trusted the Iowa County Title Company. They are Iowa County's oldest and most experienced title company, serving all communities since 1858, providing abstracting, title insurance, and closing services. For professional and prompt service, contact Corrine, Melissa, Tina, Ashley, or Beverly at 935-3834. Iowa County Title Company at 141 North Iowa Street in Dodgeville. It's just not a name, it's who we serve, the Iowa County Title Company.
D99.3.
It's John Satterley back here at the studio with a scoreboard update. Halftime, Lancaster 21, Cuba City 6, and Belmont 14, Highlands 6. I'll have more scores as they become available. Back to you, Bob.
All right, John, appreciate it. As the wide receiver for the Platteville Hillman, Jesse Baker, they put a quick cast on his left ankle, left leg, keep it immobile. And they got the Dodgeville area ambulance service out on the field right away, and more likely than not, he'll be heading over to Upland Hills Health, and they do such a great job there over at there. They'll check him out, and
They'll take care of him. Yep.
yeah, and he's setting up, and he's surveying the situation, and but he knew that when he went down, that he came down, that there was something wrong, and there was a pain in that left leg, and he is being helped onto a hardboard as the Dodgeville players start the applause for Baker, as then the Dodgeville side of the field also applauding as they will try to get him. And the main thing is that they just want to make sure that they keep the leg immobile the whole time and not to do any more damage. And a lot of times, especially when you with young people, high school students, when you have either a fracture in that, I mean, their healing powers are so much better than geezers like me, and so I wish only the best for this young, very talented athlete, as they're now putting him onto the stretcher, and they will be getting him onto the ambulance and heading him on out there for some great care there. That's 21-7. That's the score. 5:24 left here in the third quarter. As the Dodgers, with that lead, Dodgers picking up a score here in the second half at the 6:58 mark in the third quarter as Brady Pitts ran in from 1 yard out to bump it up to a 21-7 lead. And when we get back into action here, it's going to be a fourth down coming up for Platteville in a punting situation for the Hillmen.
Ladies and gentlemen, a really classy young man. Good luck to you, Jesse Baker.
Whoa! We're trying to roll that. We're trying to roll the stretcher along the grass, and you just don't roll it on grass. Kind of tip sideways there. And again, it's they want to make darn sure that they keep the leg immobile. But the problem is they're keeping the leg immobile. Nobody's watching where the cart is going.
Watch out here, folks. This is a football field, not exactly a linoleum floor.
Yeah. Those wheels just don't motivate too well on there. So they'll close up the doors and take Mr. Baker off the field, and we'll get back into football here. And next week, Thursday night, we'll have the season finale for the high school season as the Dodgers will head to River Valley, out to Spring Green. So it'll be their Thursday night.
Tell you what, it's tough to lose anybody in the game, but especially tough in the competitive nature of the game to lose someone as talented as Baker. So big loss for the Hillman.
Yeah, he's a big part of this offense. And again, he is one heck of a receiver. He's been the guy that has been the go-to guy for this Platteville Hillman squad this season. So now the Dodgeville ambulance now will make its way off the field, and we will get the players warmed back up again, and we'll get this game back underway. Well, I really hope that, again, they excuse me, they erred on the side of caution for the young man, and Baker maybe just they look and it's maybe a hard bruise on the shin. Let's hope so. Or maybe just a tough sprain.
Yeah, hopefully that was just a precautionary move.
Yep. So here's Plamer going to go back into punt formation as the Dodgers roll it, and Pitts back at about their own 40-yard line waiting for this punt.
Back to punt for Platteville.
So the officials making sure that the ambulance is out of the field area before they get this underway. They want to make sure also the players are back warmed up a little bit. So here we go as they put the ball in play. As Plamer will do the punting duties, and he hits a high floater near side of the field. Rowitz has it at the 45, upfield to the 50. Into Platteville territory, reverses field, still goes forward to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards in the return by Rowitz, and into Platteville territory at the 46-yard line.
Well, you can't complain anytime you're starting in enemy territory. Dodgeville starting at the 46, so great field position for the Dodgeville Dodgers.
5:11 left here in the third quarter, 21-7 lead for the Dodgers. Well, it'll be interesting to see with Baker out of that secondary especially, if the Dodgers may want to try to push it downfield here early. Let's see. As Ayers, he'll run option right, pitches it to Pitts. Pitts around the corner, 45. Cuts it inside against the grain, 40. Still on his feet, 35, down to the 34-yard line. Brady Pitts running like the way Brady Pitts runs. He never seems to want to go in the same direction for very long.
Little Barry Sanders, shadow of Barry Sanders following Pitts.
11 yards on the pickup and a first down for the Dodgers at the 35-yard line of Platteville. 4:52 and counting here in the third. 5 receivers, 2 of them to the left side, the slot to the left. 1 single set back behind Aaron Ayers. Ayers gets set, and he gets the snap, and he'll hand it off to Pitts off left tackle. Spins away from one man. Oh, what a nice move by Pitts as he gets it out to the 30-yard line. He hit the line, and the running back, or I should say the defensive back, Adam Bartels, who was the running back on offense, he had him dead to rights for a no gain, and Pitts just did a 360 spin out of that tackle and picked up 5 yards.
Yeah, Pitts has got some moves, that's for sure.
So pickup of about 5, second down and 5 at the 30-yard line of Platteville. Dodgers here trying to take command of this game. At the line of scrimmage, off to Pitts on the handoff, right tackle, and he's stacked right up at the line, maybe a yard or 2, and that's it. And Nick Feist and others there for the Hillman piling on and dropping him for a very minimal gain. They're going to mark him with about 2 yards on that carry to about the 33-yard, well, that's not saying as there, to about the 27-yard line. It's going to be third down and about 3 yards to go. 2 wide receivers left side, slot to the left. Ayers calls the signals. He waits, gets the snap, runs option, keeps it himself, vaults forward, and he's going to be just shy of the first down. He had to get to the 25, and he was just shy of the mark as the defense there stopping him. David Quam coming in there to keep Ayers short by about a yard. They'll make it now fourth down and about a yard to go here for the Dodgers.
About 1 for the Dodgers.
Well, Dodgeville will come up to the line here in a 4th down, the long yard to go. Leading 21-7. And Ayers will spin around and call a timeout.
Dodgeville calls a timeout.
Well, he came to the line of scrimmage, got set, and then quickly Ayers spun around and called for a timeout from the official, and he gets it. So we'll take a timeout. 30-second break. You're listening to High School Sports on D99.3.
New Country D99.3.
Ayers Furniture in Ridgeway is your total furniture store. 50,000 square feet of Southwest Wisconsin's best furniture brands. Lazy Boy, Flex Steel, Sealy, Lane, Broyhill, and hundreds more. All at everyday low sale prices. If you're serious about buying new furniture for your home, you can't afford to buy without shopping at Ayers Furniture. Plus, Ayers Furniture delivers free, and they guarantee your satisfaction. If you really want the very best and beautiful new furniture for your home, it has to be Ayers Furniture in Ridgeway.
D99.3.
So the timeout taken by the Dodgers. At the 26-yard line of Platteville. Now they're getting lined up offensively and getting set to go here.
Ball at about the 26-yard line.
4th down, long yard, short 2. 2 wide receivers left side, the slot is to the left side. Pitts, lone setback behind the quarterback Ayers. Quarterback sneak, not much room. He falls forward and might have had enough in that last little surge. The initial hit wasn't there, but then he fell forward. He got enough to the 24-yard line for first down.
Yeah, Ayers didn't have it at first, but then, like you said, that second little push got him just enough for the first down.
So the drive stays alive at the 24-yard line. Oh, Platteville, I just love it when they're doing the cheers here. The people, they all got their gloves on. And they're clapping.
Muff, muff,
that's
clump, clump.
That's the sound you hear at Lambeau Field, you know? Here's the inside handoff, this time to the fullback. Mern with a carry. Mern spins his way forward. Good yardage for Mern. Runs it all the way inside the 10 down to about the 9-yard line. Eric Mern with a quick hitter up the middle. And he sticks it inside the 10 down to about the 8, and it's going to be 1st and goal for the Dodgers.
Nice bit of running that time by Eric Mern. Eric Mern just doing a spin and another spin, and carrying some Hillman defenders along with him for a 16-yard gain.
Well, Mern got called on. He responded well. Regular I formation back behind Ayers. 1st down and goal at the 8. Here's the handoff going to Pitts. Pitts spins away from one, bouncing off a few more. Little pinball wizardry there. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. And that's about it. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
Pitts the ball carrier.
Dodgers right now are very content. Very content to just ball control it. Let that clock keep ticking down. And if they can get points out of this, all the better for it, for as they're concerned. In fact, even a loss of a yard in that carry by Pitts. Back to the 9, where it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal for the Dodgers at the 9-yard line of Platteville. One single back behind Ayers. Looks like a passing situation. Instead, a quarterback sneak by Ayers. Runs it forward to about the 6-yard line. So 3rd down and goal here for Dodgeville. 103, 102. 1 minute remaining here in this 3rd quarter. 21-7 lead for Dodgeville.
3rd and goal. The ball is spotted on the 6-yard line.
Well, let's see. What are you doing here? You get that power I formation and do that again?
Well, this is a tough call.
No, they're going to be in a standard I. 2 wide receivers both ways. Ayers under center, calls out the signal. He's straight back in the pocket, fires it in the corner of the end zone. It's going to be intercepted. Picked off in that corner of the end zone. As it's going to be taken there by Jacob Rosemeyer, who makes the interception. Well, Ayers that time lobbed it in the right corner of the end zone, but he underthrew it.
Yeah, Ayers had Reynolds open. If he would have just immediately fired it in, but he lobbed it up in the air, and that allowed the Hillman defender time to jump up and pick the ball off. It's Platteville's ball.
Well, Rosemeyer with a big play keeps the Dodgers out of the end zone. And so Platteville gets the ball, and they take it out. They'll start at their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Well, the Dodgers ran a lot of clock there, but came up with no points. So 1st down and 10. Here is the quarterback. He'll give it off to Bartels as he tries it straight up the middle. About 2, maybe 3 yards before he's tripped up. As the defense for the Dodgers coming in there to stop him for a minimal gain. Ian Clark on this play. And about 2 yards on the carry. 2nd down and 8 yards to go with 15 seconds on the clock here in the 3rd quarter.
Tell you what, that Dodger defense is doing an excellent job of tackling Bartels in this 2nd half. Bartels isn't ripping off those 12, 13-yard carries.
Well, that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. The score reads Dodgeville 21, Platteville 7. We'll bring you the 4th quarter coming your way right after this 1-minute break. You're listening to High School Sports.
Locations, Corner Drugstore Downtown and Corner Drugstore South. Located between the hospital and the doctor's offices in the professional building. Both locations offer the same services, including computerized records, third-party billing, generic medicines, 24-hour emergency service, and free delivery. Corner Drug South offers convenient parking and easy handicap access. Corner Drug Downtown and Corner Drug South in the professional building. Over 100 years of service to the Iowa County area.
D99.3.
Yeah, the Corner Drugstore, the official supplier of Forest Septic to yours truly.
Yep, we definitely need her.
They're the only thing that's keeping me going here with any kind of sound coming out of my vocal cords right now. 2nd down and 8 at the 22-yard line. And here's Plamer handing it off there to Bartels. And Bartels stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets about a yard as he's spun down by the defense. Sean Warple coming on there with a nice play defensively. Be 3rd down and 6 coming up here for the Hillmen.
That's just like I was mentioning before. Dodger defense doing an excellent job of wrapping up Bartels in this 2nd half. Bartels was getting those 11, 12-yard gains in the 1st half. This 2nd half, he's got a 3, a 4, a 3, a 4, a 2, and a 1-yard gain. So doing a better job of containing Bartels.
And also a big part of the offense of the Platteville Hillman was taken from the field with an injury, being Jesse Baker. So here's a 3rd down and 6, and here's the quarterback throwing it to the sidelines, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver along this near side, and that was Justin Trennell. Pretty good defense out there, and a pretty good pass, too, by Plamer. But Trennell just couldn't hang on to it, so it'll be a 4th down coming up here for the Hillmen. So Plamer back in punt formation. It'll be Pitts and Rowitz as here's the kick, and it's a high floating spiral. Rowitz will take it about the 48-yard line of Platteville. Sidesteps one and then gets careened at about the 44-yard line. I'm telling you, Rowitz, strap him on a red, white, and blue motorcycle and let him jump cars.
I'm just waiting to see the little birds going around his helmet. I think those are going to happen pretty soon.
My word.
You can hear the crowd go, oh.
It's great to have that bulletproof, mentality. This ain't gonna hurt.
Yeah. Ooh. You'll feel it tomorrow.
45-yard line of Platteville. The Dodgers with the ball, leading 21-7. Wide receivers both ways. Ayers with an I formation behind him. He will give it off to Pitts, trying the right side. And Pitts gets stopped, picks up 2, and a nice play defensively. Hanging on there was Corey Digman, the junior for Platteville, stopping Pitts for a minimal 2-yard pickup. 2nd down and about 8. 10:45 left here in the game. 21-7 lead here for Dodgeville. Again, if the Dodgers, if they can hang on to this lead and win this, they will guarantee themselves at least a share of the Swall 1 championship. That's what's up for grabs here tonight. Power I formation. Here's Pitts off left side. Pitts has got a hole. Pitts has got about 5 yards down to about the 38-yard line of Platteville. I'm hearing music. Where's that coming from?
I think somebody, where were we, downtown the Bronx?
I thought I was down Regent Street on game Saturday. What the heck was that? Third down and 3. At the 38-yard line of Platteville. In the power I formation back behind Ayers. He spins, gives it off to Pitts off right tackle, and Pitts hits the hole, but the hole hits back. Slamming them back there is the defense, and being led that time by David Quam for very little gain. It'll be 4th down and 3. 4th and 3. And Ayers will come in and punt. As he's getting back in punt formation. Only one deep, and that's Rosemeyer for Platteville. They're not expecting a punt, maybe, or actually are expecting him to hit it to the sidelines, and that's exactly what he'll do. Towards the corner, bouncing at the 5, and it'll roll in the end zone for a touchback. And Platteville will start at their own 20-yard line, trailing 21-7. High school football here on D99.3, proudly brought to you by Ivy Construction. When you need crushed stone, gravel, or egg lime for any project, let Ivy Construction help with your plans. Call them at 987-2967. That's Ivy Construction of Mineral Point. One of their big old trucks hauling some gravel today.
Now's the time in the game where Platteville's got to worry about the Dodgeville defense as well as that clock, because there's only 9 minutes left in this game. Dodgeville's up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, the big main cog of the Platteville Hillman no longer a part of the equation. Jesse Baker out with an injury. So now let's see what the Hillmen do as Kramer will fire it to the near side. He's got a man wide open, but it's going to be underthrown and picked off by Carl Reynolds. Trevor Ostendorf was wide open along the near sidelines, and Kramer just didn't get the ball out far enough, and Reynolds went high in the air to pick it off for the interception.
Yeah, you're right. Trevor Ostendorf for the Platteville Hillman was wide open. I mean, wide open. Streaking down that left sideline. Unfortunately for Platteville, was Plamer just kind of floated the ball up in the air rather than hitting his receiver in stride, and Carl Reynolds just stopped and jumped up in the air and made the interception.
You know, it happens a lot of time. A young quarterback sees a guy so wide open down the field, he wants to hurry it out there. He squeezes the ball, and it just squirts out of his hands. Here's a handoff to Pitts off left tackle. Flag flies, and 2-yard pickup for Pitts off left tackle. Knocked down there by Scott Cullen of the Hillman. But let's see what the penalty flag is all about. And it looks like it will be against the Hillmen. I should say against the Dodgers as they're talking to the Platteville Hillmen. So a holding call against the Dodgers with 9:01 left here in this 4th quarter. Well, this was a big game for Platteville because next week they had the opportunity with Boscobel. That game was scheduled for Boscobel. It's not really a bye, it's a forfeit.
Well,
so,
yeah.
you know, they automatically...
They win that game, yeah.
They would have had a share of the conference championship. So 1st down for the Dodgers. 1st down at about 17. Here's Ayers back to pass. Sets up, fires it down the middle, and it's going to be Reynolds up in the air and incomplete. Knocked away there by Jacob Rosemeyer. Reynolds that time came back nicely for the ball, but Rosemeyer stayed right with him and deflected it away, incomplete. So it'll be a 2nd down and 17.
I tell you what, number 24, Bobby Rolowitz, he was wide open down that right sideline.
On the right sideline?
Oh, yeah. He was way open. He's a little frustrated right now.
He's holding his head.
Yeah.
Well, how many wide receivers do you know come back to the huddle and say that they weren't open?
Yeah, that's true.
They're always, it was wide open. Why'd you see me?
Half a yard next to the defender.
2nd down and 17, option right. Ayers will keep it, and he's stopped right there at the line of scrimmage. Nice play defensively there by Mike Stark. Stark, he's a sophomore, by the way, Michael. 6'5", 237. A sophomore.
It's a big boy right there.
Wow. Just wait till he starts growing.
Yeah. He hasn't even hit a growth spurt yet.
I'll tell you what. It's got to be the water or something out there. 3rd down and 17. At the 45-yard line of Dodgeville, here's Ayers. Rolls to his left, stops, fires it over the middle. Rolls with a diving try and almost made a great circus catch at about the 35-yard line. Tyler Rolowitz is one of these players that he's going to give you everything. He's a junior, and he almost made a real impressive catch.
Well, that would have been tough to come up with, but He did have a shot at it. Good try by Bobby Rowitz.
Well, Ayers threw the ball one way and one way only. And that was to make sure that either he was going to catch it or no one else was. He kept it low.
Yep.
Here's the snap. Ayers gets it. And here's the boot. It's a high one. Rosemeyer will take it about the 15-yard line, coming near side, and he's dropped. At about the 18-yard line. Good coverage that time by the Dodgers. As coming down there was Alex Pristina, I think? No, hang on. Josh Kalish, I should say. Josh Kalish on the coverage.
Kalish and Pitts on the hit.
Another one of those duplicate numbers that they like to throw on there where they throw JV players' number on there just to try to mess up the play-by-play announcer.
Well, at least they're in order.
And that's what they do to us. They're sneaky people out here. Put these programs together. I had the one lady who gave me the program before the game. She says, "Oh, you here to watch the game?" I says, "I guess you could say that."
Well, yeah.
First down and 10 at the 19. Here is the quarterback setting up the screen. Gets it to his man over the middle. He's got some running room, and he gets out to about the 36-yard line as that pass was completed to David Quam. Little center screen, and that was the same play that earlier today that was intercepted by Justin Athey. Early in the game, they tried setting up that very same play. This time, Pierre will complete it to Quam for a first down and pick up about 17 yards. So it's going to be first down and 10 for Platteville. 7:20 and counting left here in the fourth quarter. 21-7 lead for the Dodgers. Here's the handoff to Bartels. Bartels, big hole. He's in the secondary. 45, and he gets away from the last man. And there he goes. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown for Bartels as he runs it out there. 64 yards for a touchdown. And just like that, Platteville is back in this ballgame.
Boy, I tell you what, that is huge for Platteville. Adam Bartels virtually untouched all the way for a 64-yard run and a touchdown. Platteville is back in this thing with 7:05 left in the fourth quarter.
I was talking about that. This is a team that has a lot of talent on it. Extra point kick is on the way. It's up and good. 21-14, Dodgers lead. Let's take a 30-second pause. You're listening to High School Sports on D99.3.
Kawasaki Mule utility vehicles have earned a reputation as the most capable on the market. Every one features a class-leading combination of four-wheel suspension and a strong, dependable, purpose-built engine. Choices include the Mule 3000 series with their V-twin engines and the 550 with its handy single-cylinder engine. Stop by the Farmers Implement Store in Mineral Point today and ask for the Kawasaki utility vehicles that are as strong as mules.
D99.3.
Well, with a blink of an eye, Andy Bartels runs 64 yards for a touchdown, and right like that, Platteville's within a score. Here's the kickoff, and it's going to get a low driving kick. Rowitz will take it about the 22. Straight up the field, Rowitz got some running room across the 40, down about the 42-yard line. Nice return by Rowitz, and the Dodgers will take over offensively at their own 42-yard line.
Well, I tell you what, Adam Bartels is knocking on the door of a 200-yard rushing game this evening. He's got 194 currently.
Well, it's just that quickly that you can see what happens with the quality of play of a Bartels in that if you let down just like that, a blink and phew, he's gone.
And he was gone. Boy, what speed.
First down and 10. Here's Ayers rolling to his left, stops. Now he's got to have to run with it. He's got to try to get wide, and he does. Gets out to the 45, cuts upfield into Platteville territory at about the 47-yard line before he's knocked down there by Trevor Ostendorf. But again, a nice job by Ayers seeing everyone covered, and he runs it for a first down into Platteville territory at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, and because Ayers was able to get outside, he was also not only able to pick up a few yards, but first down, 13 yards on the carry for Ayers.
Well, he had to avoid one lineman at about the 45-yard line. He was able to do that, and once he got outside, he was able to pick up the extra yardage for the first down. First down and 10 for the Dodgers. At the 47-yard line Platteville, and we have a Dodger lining up offside. Well, that's the one thing about high school. As you come out of the huddle, when you get up to the line of scrimmage, even if you take one step beyond the line of scrimmage, you're offside.
Yep.
It's not like you can take that one step and come back and then reset.
No going back. Yep.
And you almost get a feeling that maybe that might be a rule that WIA may just want to take a look at, because it's kind of ridiculous at times. Here's Pitts straight up the middle, and only a yard as he's stacked up by the Platteville defense. As Jeff Brunton that time trying to wrestle the ball away, he holds it over his head, and officials say no, the play was dead.
Yeah, that play was long dead.
So second down, and about 14 yards to go here for the Dodgers. 5:50 and counting left here in the fourth quarter. 21-14 lead for the Dodgers. At their own 49-yard line. Two wide receivers left side, slot to the left. Pitts the lone setback behind Ayers. Ayers back in the pocket, pumps once, fires it down the left sideline. Is going to be overthrown, as Reynolds was the deep man out there, being played defensively by Jacob Rosemeyer. But it falls incomplete. Second down and 14. We'll make that third down and 14 coming up here for the Dodgers. Well, Reynolds that time running that down, out, and down. Coverage was somewhat there, but pass was just a little bit overthrown. And also Ayers had a little bit of pressure. He had to kind of hurry that pass a bit.
Yep.
Now they have the wide receiver split to the right side as Ayers calls the signals, runs option, pitches to Pitts, right side. Pitts has got some running room. Cuts upfield, down the sidelines. Here he goes. He's the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Dodgers! 51 yards on the touchdown run by Brady Pitts on the option. And the Dodgers bump it back up to a 2-touchdown lead.
Tell you what, Brady Pitts split a pair of defenders, and after he split that pair of Hillman defenders, he was gone. No one back there to cover him up, and he is gone. 51-yard run for Brady Pitts and a touchdown. Dodgeville is back up by 2 scores.
Now the extra point coming. As Ayers will try to put the 28th point on the board. Kick is up, and it is good. 28-14. And the lead belongs to Dodgeville. 30-second break. You're listening to High School Sports on D99.3.
D99.3.
Dry conditions create stress on cattle that are looking for nutrients where they may no longer exist. U.S. Feed Sweet Tubs can help. Sturdy, weatherproof Sweet Tubs contain 200 pounds of highly palatable, low-moisture cattle supplement with no chemical hardeners, binders, or salt. Full Circle nutrients formulated to feed full-time, free choice to cattle on pasture or roughage-based rations. Choose from 4 special Sweet Tubs. Let your U.S. Feeds dealer help you develop a total feeding program for your cattle. See Ross Soil Service today. Special booking prices are now on.
D99.3.
Don't forget to join us after the conclusion of this game for our post-game scoreboard from Subway. We don't make you wait to hear the scores. You hear them right away here on D99.3. Plus, we'll replay all the scoring plays this game, and I'll tell you what, we've had some exciting ones, haven't we?
Oh, you bet. That last play by Brady Pitts was kind of like a Red Rover. Red Rover sent Brady Pitts right over as he split a pair of Hillman defenders right between them, then ripped down the sidelines for 51 yards.
Well, Coach Mike Moronic talking to Brady Pitts on the sidelines, discussing something with him. What do you talk about after a touchdown run, huh?
He's pointing. I don't know.
I think he's just pointing something out that the Pitts might have missed an assignment. And again, high school sports proudly brought to you by Heartland Credit Union, Jeff Walker at Principal Financial, and Mineral Point Dentistry. All part of our sponsors. Here's the kick, and it's a wobbler down about the 20, picked up there by Rosemeyer. He'll return straight up the middle, out to about the 31-yard line. So Rosemeyer returns it straight up the gut. And Platteville will have first down and 10 at their own 31-yard line. Well,
Ball will be marked at the 30-yard line.
Bartels got Platteville into the game real quickly with a big 64-yard run, and Brady Pitts rips off a 51-yarder of his own to get that lead back of the 2 scores.
Yeah, and if Bartels did it once, he can do it again, so you got to watch out.
Got to stay on your edge here. High formation back behind Plamer. Calling out the signals. Wide receivers both ways. Play action. Plamer rolls to his left. Stops. Throws it down the middle. Long toss. It's up. And going to be almost intercepted. That ball had about 3 different pairs of hands on it. Almost caught, then almost intercepted, almost caught, and then finally dropped. As the defense for the Dodgers back there. Tyler Hermanson that time on the deep coverage. He was playing up against Trevor Ostendorf. Boy, that ball was a hot potato back there.
It looked like some folks were back there playing catch with a party balloon or something. As many times as that ball hit somebody's hands, and went back up in the air, hit somebody else's hands, went back up in the air, and eventually hits the ground for an incomplete pass.
I was hesitating calling anything because that ball was still live and up in the air. Second down and 10, straight back in the pocket. The quarterback trying to set up the screen. They throw it, and it's going to be incomplete, and boy, that pass was intended for Bartels, and Brady Pitts was fighting off a blocker, and he almost came up with that. And if he does, he would have went the other way with pretty much a clean field in front of him.
Yeah, like you said, Pitts was just fighting off a blocker, just finishing off fighting off that blocker. Otherwise, he would have had that interception and taken it back for 6 for sure.
So it'll be third down and 10 at the 30-yard line. 5 minutes left here in this game. Wide receiver wide to the left and closer in on the left. As Plamer will roll to his left. Looks, got a man, fires it, and a nice diving catch made at about the 38-yard line. The catch made there by Ostendorf. And Ostendorf that time is shy of the first down by about 2 yards. Fourth down and 2 for the Hillmen. Ostendorf was wide open there, but the pass is a little underthrown, but Ostendorf did a good job of diving back to make the play. 4:30 and counting. Fourth down and 2 at their own 38-yard line. Send a man in motion from right to left as Plamer calls the signals. He'll give it off to Bartels. First down, he's got it, and across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. Tripped up there by the defense of Dodgeville as Sean Warple there tripped him up, but not before Bartels picks up a first down.
Yeah, really no mystery there. They handed off to Bartels. They only needed a couple yards, and I don't believe Bartels has been held to under 2 yards on any carry this evening. So there you go, 4 yards for Bartels and a first down for the Hillmen.
So the Hillmen have it first down and 10 at their own 42-yard line. Clock still ticking, 4:04 left in the fourth quarter. 28-14 lead. Here's a quick pass over the middle, and it's caught. David Quam with the catch across the 45. Inside the 45 to about the 43-yard line in Dodgeville territory as David Quam makes the catch. And it's another first down for the Hillmen. So this Hillman team, the effort on both sides of the ball has just been outstanding here tonight.
Yep, never say die.
And Swall 1 really displaying 2 of their top teams here this evening. Man in motion right side. Here's Plamer rolling to his right. Fires it over the middle, and he's got a man off his hands. Almost picked off as Reynolds went diving after that deflection. The pass was intended there for Jacob Rosemeyer, but that pass was a hummer. Skidded off his hands, and Reynolds almost got it on the deflection. Second down and 10. Clock stops with 3:35 left here in the fourth quarter. And again, a 28-14 lead here for the Dodgers. Right now, 3 wides to the right side, 1 single setback back behind the quarterback. Plamer, he fakes the screen, now fires it down the middle, and it's going to be intercepted by, picked off there by Hermanson. Tyler Hermanson on the pick, all the way down to the 9-yard line. Boy, Hermanson made a heck of a over-the-shoulder catch on that ball. I had to wait to make sure that he actually did catch that. Heck of an effort, and he picks it off, and now the Dodgers have control of the ball with 3:29 left in the fourth quarter.
Boy, excellent job by Tyler Hermanson. He had excellent coverage that time on the Hillman receiver and was able to come up with the interception. Dodgeville ball.
Again, I'm going to remind folks one more time that businesses and people want to be advertisers on these games. Contact the radio station. We'd love to have you on board. Here's a handoff to Pitts up the middle, and he picks and chooses his way out across the 10 about the 12-yard line. We could use more advertisers, there's no doubt about it. I mentioned this at halftime. Right now, if you just took the raw number of advertisers, we have more for Iowa Grant or more for our mineral point games than we have for a team that is right now undefeated on the season.
Yep. And a team that looks like doesn't want to share the Tickley Conference title this year.
Boy, I keep hearing all this, gloom and doom stuff. Well, go ahead, sit on your hands. Don't come to the party when we win it, huh? Here's a handoff going to Pitts on the right side. He spins upfield, breaks a tackle or two, takes a bit of abuse, and is down across the 15 about the 16-yard line.
Yeah, don't you hate bandwagoners?
Yeah, bandwagoners.
Pet peeve of mine.
Ooh, I want to be part of it, though. Where were you at the start of this year? Timeout called until Monday when I show back up to work. My wife will be so happy. First down and 10 at the 24-yard line. Here's the handoff to Pitts, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage, and a flag flies. Nice stop made there by the Hillman's lineman and Mike Stark. Man, is he going to be a player?
Yep. There's his name again.
Sophomore at 6'5", 230. Was marked back at about the 13-yard line. Ayers letting as much clock run off as he can. Now he'll pitch it out to Pitts, sweeping the right side, gets away from one, and then he's finally corralled down about the 15-yard line. And I believe Platteville might be calling another timeout. Quarterback sneak. Ayers just pounds it forward for about 3-4 yards to run some more clock. Minute 20 and counting, and Platteville cannot stop the clock anymore. So the Dodgers will take as much time as they need and can before they will have to punt the ball away. Snap is a good one. And Ayers hits it high. A fair catch being called for and made at the 45-yard line. Nice catch. And the fair catch in that way. Wide receivers both ways. Two of them on each side. Here's the quarterback, Claimer. He'll have to run with it. And he is stacked up and dropped at the line of scrimmage. Good defensive stop that time by the Dodgers. As coming in there was Justin Athey, also Sean Warple. There's 27 seconds on the clock. Maybe one more play. 19 seconds, 18 seconds. Platteville breaks out of the huddle. Kramer has his team to the line. He goes straight back. He throws it out quickly off on the wing side. They got it out there to that back. Justin Tranel. Tranel knocked down about the 35-yard line. 1 second. No more time left. And Dodgeville is again a small one. At least Coach